This is Algebra 1, Lesson 21, Practice. We're going to be doing problems that cover exponents, using the product rule, and adding like terms with exponents. The first problem is problem A, simplify. Now notice this is just one big term. There's no plus or minus sign dividing it into more than one term. It's all multiplication. So let's look at the variables that are there. We have an x times an x to the fourth times an x cubed. So that means the base would be x, and the exponents here we have a 1 that we don't have to write, but we can remind ourselves there. We have 1 plus this 4 plus this 3. So that is 8. So that's going to be x to the 8th. And then let's combine with it the y and the y to the 5th. Now this y is a y to the 1st. So that's going to be y to the 6th. So the answer to A is x to the 8th, y to the 6th. Let's look at B. Again, we have one big term. There's no plus or minus signs. Let's look at the variables. We have the base x here and here and here. And we have a total of, let's see, there's 3, and there's 1, which would be 4, and then here's 7, which would be 11. Let's look at the base y. Here's another y. So we have y to the 2nd and y to the 5th. That would be a base y to the 7th. Then I'm looking at m. I have an m here and an m here. This is an m to the 1st and an m to the 1st, and that's an m squared, or to the 2nd power. So your answer is x to the 11th, y to the 7th, m squared. The next section says simplify by adding like terms. They could have just said simplify, but they're helping you out. They're reminding you, okay, now these are going to be adding. Okay, we've got more than one term. So here's a term plus, here's a term. It'd be better if I did it like this. Separated by these, and here are our terms. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 terms. Now let's look at these variables. All right, here I have an x squared y cubed. Here I have an x squared y cubed. And then here I have an xy, and here I have an xy. Now let's look at how many of them I have. So for the x squared y cubes, I have 2 of them, and then I have minus 8 of them, which is going to be a total of negative 6 of them. So let's put the variables on there. And then I'm going to have another term here. I've got 1 of these, and then I've got minus 5 of these, which is going to be a negative 4 of these. So your answer is negative 6 x squared y cubed minus 4xy. For problem D, I see I have multiple terms. There are 4 terms. Here's the first one, second one, third one, fourth one. And I'm going to look at the variables that I have. I have an x to the 6th y, and then beside it I have an x to the 6th y. And let's see here, nope, no x to the 6th y, and here, nope. All right, so those can be combined. What about this? I have an xy. Do I have any other xy's? No, this is an xy to the 6th. So I've got 3 different types of terms here out of my 4 terms. So I'm going to combine these first 2, term 1 and term 2. I have 1 of them here and 1 more of them here, so I have a total of 2 of them. And then, so those are taken care of. I'm just going to bring over these terms because they don't have any like terms. And this would be your answer. 2x to the 6th y plus 3xy minus 5xy to the 6th.